All right, guys, welcome back in. Kurt Magoosh, Slaughterhouse Sports. Tonight we're doing Oklahoma, and we're going to look at Jaren Kanak here. We got about 3 minutes of his senior highlight tape. Real standout player, from West Kansas there, the Great Plains of Hays, Kansas, pretty close to Scott City, close to the city of Wichita, Kansas. Not too far from the Texas, from the Panhandle there, from Guyton, Oklahoma, and that kind of area. He plays at Hays. He goes down to Liberal, Kansas to play. So there you see him. He's actually at the college at Fort Hays, Kansas. It's exciting, a kid from this area is really getting the shine and going to a big school like Oklahoma. There's great kids, great talent. There's some talent out there. Of course, you remember Ron Baker, one of my favorite college players ever, played at Wichita State. He's from Scott City. He was a great 3-star athlete. So right up the road. And this recruit, guys, for Brent Venables, just telling you a little backstory as you're watching Jaren's highlights. Jaren played both sides of the football, and this is small town Kansas, so you're going to play both sides of the dang football. But, Jaren is a really aggressive kid. You could see here from this first round, you could see everything you need to know about, the kid, and the mentality is, no one's going to really tackle this kid, right? Nobody really. Get off me. That's what Jaren's saying to those guys trying to tackle him, to these Kansas guys trying to hit him. It's like, I'm out of your league, I'm going to Norman. Bam. I'm planting my foot, and I'm going. I could play quarterback. I could play receiver. It doesn't matter. Just put the ball in my hands. We're going to win. So he was committed to Clemson. And this is a special recruit for first-year coach Brent Venables, because Brent Venables is from Salinas, Kansas. Probably an hour and a half. I didn't check the map, but probably an hour and a half from Hays is Salinas. So, again, like Brent Venables, those towns in Kansas, they're similar. And Brent Venables can relate to this kid. And this kid was so entrenched in Clemson and Brent that when Brent went to Oklahoma, he's like, I'm following my guy, Brent Venables, here. And you look at a perfect example of a linebacker in the National Football League is a Tanner Muse, who was a beast of a safety at Clemson. This kid could have played safety, but he's going to put on weight, and he's going to be a great linebacker. He's going to be a great weak side linebacker. Okay. He could stop any running back. You could put him on, you could put him on tight ends, maybe. I know he's 6'2". You could stick him in the slot as a wide receiver. He can house some football. So as a linebacker, he has real versatility because he has safety level speed. The kid has safety level speed. He's a tough hitter. What you see from the tape. You see a lot of offense here of him running downhill. But this kid's tough. This kid is, again, going to play special teams immediately. This kid's going to be a really tough linebacker, and he's going to be very athletic and can stay with guys. He can even return punts. He can stay with guys, tight ends, running backs, and he's a fun player from small town Kansas. Again, you don't see a ton of kids out of Hays maybe coming and playing at Oklahoma, but you want to see that more often. There he makes a nice play, and then he's going to continue. So this kid is a star player, Jaren Kanak. Who's been on the radar for a while now, a couple of years. He was totally in on Clemson, a big switch over to Oklahoma. And he's going to be a fun player. And for Brent Venables, I'm sure Brent sees some of him in Jaren, because I think he was a linebacker too at Kansas State. So I'm sure that their connection, again, that played the role because, again, Brent is now at Oklahoma. And Brent knows the area of Kansas, and that's what ended up happening in this recruiting. And he likes Dabo, but guess what? Brent's his guy. Brent's from Salinas. He's from Hays. These are Kansas guys. And for Brent in his first year, he gets a guy that, grew up in a similar location, the same state to him, and he's going to mold him into a linebacker. So it's going to be fun to see this kid really develop as a linebacker, Jaren Kanak. So could be a real fun, fan favorite guy from small town Kansas going to the big city of Norman, Oklahoma.